It was like indie rock or like dubstep, some hip hop, but not anything that I was like allowed to listen to for real. So, and then I don't know. I kind of just would play into anything that made me feel good, and I got into, I think, more like ambient stuff. So like I would listen to Boards of Canada.
Nice.
Like I would always like look up something album vinyl on like YouTube, because like I would try to hear like how it's supposed to sound, stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know, like my music taste is really crazy, but I'm into a lot. I think currently I'm like really into like house music, and
nice.
I'm just going for more like groovy, like trancey type of beats. I think is something that I'm looking for, because I just work a lot, so I need to like lock in all the time.
I see.
But yeah, I'm pretty all over the place.
That's what's up, man. Like, you know, of course, I gotta say a big shout out there to my boy Jimmy, man. Like, you know, he's a big Boards of Canada fan, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's actually the one who introduced me to him. He's like, you gotta listen to this. Like, I was like, okay.
That's really cool.
And then, like, you know, yeah, man, I definitely love what they do, man. So, and I would like to know, so how was music for you in high school? Like, you know, the reason I'm actually asking all these questions, just trying to find out, like, you know, your journey into music, like, you know, the kind of stuff, you know.
Totally fine. I mean, high school was just more like emotional. So like, you know, get really moody. So it was really emo. So like along with Boards of Canada, listen to like Massive Attack. What else did I listen to? Radiohead. So I was like getting into like just the old like it's just like really emo stuff. For like truly for the most part. So I really liked Arcade Fire. In high school. So yeah, I was just doing all that, and Metronomy as well. I still like Metronomy too.
So what if you were to name people who would say actually influence you, people that you kind of like, you know, like, you know, that you kind of like look up to, like you know, as far not even the music and the DJ is concerned, like, you know, any name people that you
just anyone that I look up to,
like people that you would say like, kind of like, oh, I would like to do this, or I would like to do that.
See, I don't like to look up to people.
I hear you. No, when I'm saying look up to is like, you know,
someone I'm looking at, I'm like, I want to do that. Honestly, like my mom,
that's great.
Like for real, and it's not even like music related. Like she's almost 50 and she's running marathons.
Nice.
And, waking up at 5 a.m. and it's just something that I would like to get to a place where I can be there.
I hear you.
So
shout out to your mom, by the way. Absolutely, like, you know, that's like you say, like 50 still run a marathon. You speaking my language, right? Matter of fact, I got really, like, you know, so yeah, really.
And she's a vegan. It's like all the things.
Taking great care of herself.
Yeah, I need that. I need to do
I hear you.
Right now.
I totally hear that. And I would like to know, so as far like, you know, the music is concerned, like in New York City, like, you know, how would you describe the music in New York City before COVID and after COVID, if you kind of like remember a little bit? Because a lot did change.
A lot did change. I think music before COVID in New York was more mainstream. I feel like you would go out and just hear like what you already know. And I think what I'm hearing now is like people sneaking in the underground stuff, or like friends playing their own tracks, like, you know. So I kind of feel like music is more it's becoming more not experimental, but more bold. I think people aren't afraid to kind of shift things up. And like just change the direction of what they already hear, like what you already know.
That's a really great answer there, because the reason why we talked about it a little bit there, like, you know, I work with a team of DJs, like 9 of us, so we have this kind of conversation actually. So at some point, so when the world stopped, you mentioned like the music being what mainstream before. So when people make music mainstream, the radio station plays certain tracks, people get familiar with it, then they go to the club, they dance with it, then it becomes what people call mainstream. So when the club was shut down, that was not happening no more. The radio station was still playing the music, but people were not like partying together no more. So when COVID was over, we were all wondering, okay, so what's going to be now? So what's going to be mainstream now? Since it's been 3 years that the club was closed. So what's going to happen now? So, and that's when people actually like, I remember the first year that I actually heard spinning was Jazzy Jeff. I was like, I want to see what Jazzy is going to do. These are people that I look up to. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, I want to see what he's going to do. And then he took it somewhere else. It was what he wanted, what underground stuff, like you mentioned, like, you know, just bring a lot of different elements. I was like, I love this. Because it means after COVID, it's going to be like a rebirth. Like, you know what I mean? People, you can really feel a shift from like what was everybody knew back then to now. It's a new world. Like, you know, we got to bring something different to the table. So that was a great answer right there from you. Like, so
crazy. I turned 21 during COVID. So
okay.
I wasn't even really in the clubs before.
I feel you.
I was just like getting snuck in. So I'm just going off of what I feel like.
Yeah, and I would like to know, so how was the whole COVID experience for you? Like, you know, I mean, personally, like, you know,
it sucked. Yeah, it was just damn, like I was 21, so I was like, there's nothing to do.
Like, you were ready to go out there.
I've been waiting to go out and party and have my college experience. It was nothing like that, but I think all the boredom and the like idleness and just the not knowing it, you know, it makes you busy, it makes you think, it makes you kind of it just changes you, and it changes how you want to be in life. And
yes.
I think, you know, anytime anyone has enough time on their hands, they just like start using it and
absolutely
doing a little work. So I would DJ like on my phone a lot, and it's just like a form of like escapism, and I just watch a lot of movies for sure. But I do think that if COVID didn't happen, I don't think I would be a DJ right now. I think it would probably be still like a dream of mine.
Okay.
Like a dream that's like, oh, so far-fetched. Like maybe not.
That's great, man. That's what's up. So actually, it's funny because a lot of people say when COVID hit, if you did not know which way to take your life, you had time to actually sit and think about it. Like, you know, what do I want to do? Because you mentioned it, we have all this time. So how do I use my time wisely? So for me, back then, I was actually a completely touring dancer before COVID. I DJ a little bit, but it was mostly full-time dancer. So once COVID hit, I was like, well, I'm sitting home. I got all my records here. I was just doing the lives every day. Everybody who knows me out there, man, like it was this for me, like from, I would wake up, I would do a live at 10 a.m. I would do another live around 12. I would do one at midnight. So every time somebody turned onto my channel, I was doing lives. Like, you know, I was there with all my records. I got all my, like, it was amazing for me. Like, you know, I was not traveling. I was there. So I definitely used that time there to really just get deep into my music. Like really deep. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, because back then I was just traveling. I remember like I had a certain record that I've been sitting there that I probably put in Europe. That they were still boxed and I never opened them. And now I had a chance to actually go through all of that stuff. Like, so for me, COVID was just like, well, I can sit at my place, not do shit and enjoy my music. So like, yeah, I had zero complaint for a few months.
And I also really love that, like, you're a dancer and you DJ. And I feel like as a DJ, I don't dance a lot. Honestly, I can't even dance and DJ at the same time. I get to I freeze up a lot.
Yeah, but for me, actually, if you want, actually, so I would say the DJ part actually came. It was dancing first, like you mentioned. Like hip hop for me is a house. So when I got into the hip hop house, the first room I went to was the dancers. So I met the dancers first. Then once I became a dancer, I realized immediately that like a good dancer is the one who connect to the music. Because a lot of people dance to the music, and then some people dance to the music. They really own it. Like, you know what I mean? When you and the music becomes one, and then even if somebody can't hear you, even if they can't hear, they can actually see it. Like, you know, you want people to be able to see it. So that's what actually got me into DJing. Why DJing? Because I feel like as a DJ there, like this track, when I listen to it, like certain songs that you have the acapella, you have the instrumental, you have like so many different versions that a regular person don't know about. So if I want to know this track, I need to be able to listen to the edits, the acapella, like, you know. So to me, it makes sense to be like a DJ, so I can really know everything about it. So it was really that motivation for me to get behind it. Yeah, totally. So I would like to know, so you in COVID, you make your time very useful there. You DJing a lot there with your phone.
I also wasted a lot of time. I didn't know I was making a mistake. I was still just 21.
I hear you.
Locked up in my house.
I definitely feel you. So like, you know what I mean? So as you sat home there, like, you know, using your time wisely, being creative, like, you know what I mean? So why, like, you know, what make you pick like, or DJing is something that I want to do seriously? Like, you know, even when the time, mind you, this is the time where all the club was shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody knew what was going to happen after. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like I said, I was a touring dancer, now I'm home, locked up. I was DJ a few places that they were all shut down. So I would say, what now? What's next?
Yeah. Well, I didn't even go into it. Well, okay. Literally, my first DJ gig happened a week before shutdown. Like, yeah, a week before lockdown.
Yeah.
And I was gracious enough to be allowed to DJ off my phone, which was so interesting because when I got booked, I was like, well, I can only play like on my phone. Like, I'm not like a real DJ. And he was like, it's the same. And I was like, yeah. And like, it was just nice though because it was, even though I felt like not confident, like really small in my DJing, like, would you want me to come play? Like, you know.
Was it live or is it online? Because a lot of still live?
No, yeah. So it's a week before lockdown, so everything's open.
Live.
But like the city was dying. Like people were getting scared. People were getting scared. So it was dead. First of all, it was at a big brewery and it was absolutely dead, and that's totally fine because we're all talking about it. Like,
what do you mean on your phone? Just Spotify and you were like
no. There's just apps called DJ Pro. Honestly, revolutionary app because
absolutely, totally. I actually had that on my iPad at some point. So when I was dancing a lot back then, if I didn't have all my stuff, I would use the app eventually. Like, you know what I mean? So
and it gave, and it's like mapped out, so like the same thing, just on a smaller version. So I got to like explore loops and, you know, cutting and just doing and also you know, making mashups and like edits on my phone. So it was that's just like super cool. So I like play and I'm playing like house and techno tracks that are like from my Spotify account, because at the time you could link your Spotify account. And someone was like, wow, like this is like really cool, like da-da. And it was just so I was like, wow, okay. Putting a pin in this. And then fast forward, lockdown happened, still not doing it. I started working somewhere else.
Okay.
And then I had a friend who was doing these weekly like events every Monday. So basically illegal shows that highlighted underground artists. Okay. And it was basically just like one big artist showcase. Like artists would come, sign up, we'll DJ in between, and they'll perform, and we'll DJ their like songs. So every Monday for like 6 months, like it was like the whole summer. Nice. Every Monday I was DJing like on an actual controller on an XDJ, and I was so anxious. I started off with 20 songs, then I like every time I was downloading music because I was like running out of I'm like, oh, like this is scarier than I thought. And like tough crowd because they don't like the house music that I'm playing. So I had to learn how to play hip hop. Then I like figured out how to build like a real set. So it was like really funny. But I went from house to hip hop to Vogue. Okay. So like I was trying to like touch on all of the like little stuff, and then I would try to like blend them into together, but I was playing stuff that people would dance to as well. So it taught me how to like read a crowd, and then it started like picking up, and people were booking me, and something just sat, and I was like, okay, wait, I can do this. This is I can like do it. Like I can actually do this, and it could be really fun. Like it could be like a really fun thing. Yeah. And I just kept doing it.
That's
So,
what's up, man.
I feel like that's like it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Like, you know, those are like the good stuff that came out of COVID, man. Like, you know, there's a lot of stories actually, like a lot of stories that came out of COVID. People made albums from COVID. I remember like back then, the first time actually, like I went in person to a guitar center. I was looking for a mic and there was nothing in the store. And they actually told me that, like, you know, during the lockdown, people were just ordering everything online. So when the store opened back, there was nothing in there. It was almost like empty, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, so a lot of people definitely got creative. They're like, you know, so I would like to know as far as your music is concerned, how do you work with your music? How do you, like, you know, I mean, know what do people like want to listen to out there? I know the process is different for myself.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for myself, it's mostly about, like, you know, buying records, like, you know, what's hot out there, what I like. Most of the time for me is like, I gotta like something. If I like the record, I connect to it, then I'm sure when I play it, I want to transfer that energy to the crowd, like, you know, because what I have is what I have.
Yeah.
With my records, like, I don't have 10,000 songs on
yeah,
my, like,
that's
you know
it.
what I mean? So, exactly,
That's
yeah. Exactly.
No
yeah.
request.
So, yes.
No request.
DJ, no request, like, you know, like on your phone, you just put like, no. Make sure this. Actually, it's funny. I know somebody. I don't know. You probably sent it to me, Miss Cam, there where they were showing how your set look when people keep requesting different songs.
Yeah.
You got, like, you know, just like they want to hear one. They want to hear some people want to dance to it. They don't want to dance to it. They want to hear it. Some people want to dance to their tracks or whatever. And then if you want to please everybody, know at the end of the day your set looks like. And then
There's no joy in pleasing other people while you're DJing. Like, especially if it's chaotic like that.
Ah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, let's tell us about the process of you putting your music together. Like, you know, what's your tools? What's your...
Oh my god, my process is so chaotic. I'm like I'm just ADD down all the time. So it's like really bad. But it's not bad. I just listen for hours. Usually, like, to prep for like a set, for example, I'm like on Spotify listening to like something. I'll try to go to the like radio for that. Like I like try to like discover more artists and more songs or what's popular, like what's feeding my algorithm. I'll move off that. I'm on SoundCloud listening to a bunch of things, like going through my likes and like deriving off of that and like going back to artists that I found there and then checking out their Bandcamp and then going to SoulSeek to see if the song is on Bandcamp. It's like on there so I can rip it. I'm trying to. I started buying music though. I do want to put that out there. Like,
of
I'm
course,
not just
yeah.
learning.
You gotta let people know they're like, you're not only making money with music, but you're always supporting. The reason why music is good out there because you gotta support many. If you're not supporting, these musicians, they're not gonna make good music for us.
They're gonna be starving.
They're gonna be starving, and the music will sound like whatever.
Like they're starving.
How you guys doing out there, man? I appreciate you stopping by, man. Still here on B-Box, man. DVR, the best kept secret today with the one and only, man, Bodega Party, man. Like, hello. Over here, taking us on a journey into her artistic world, man. Like, you know, you're still with you, man. So let us know, really. We still on, like, you know, I mean, on your process of, like, you know, selecting music and
I'm just deep diving for hours basically, and then I'm just downloading a bunch and just making a playlist based on the party. It's just, or sometimes I would watch people's like YouTube mixes at work. And then I'll like take some songs off there, just like discover more stuff. So like, you just listen on as many things that you can listen to music on, and then just take from there. Like just look it up to go download it or get it. Yeah, that's like most of the process.
And what would you say like that was the breakup for you? Like, you know, that time that you feel like, oh, from now on, things is really happening for me. Like, you know, they had one event or one night that you feel like, oh, these things are really happening for me right now. It's not just one gig, just. You know, when you really feel like, oh, from that one gig just lined up, like, you know what I mean? Like when the things start just like blowing up. Yeah, blowing up for you there, like, you know, when you feel like something's happening here. We got it going on.
I mean, any time that I was DJing, it was like something. It feels like something's happening. I'm trying to see like one definitive moment because there's like so many. I think when I started throwing my own parties. Yeah. I started throwing parties called Off the Clock. Okay. And it was basically just like my parties after work, or like, you know, we're all off the clock, so like let's go somewhere and throw a party. Yeah. And they were actually like my first one was outside Transmitter Park. So like I threw like an outdoor party
Nice.
for the first time, and it was just nice to see people will show up.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want can happen. You just gotta do it.
Of course. You never know till you do it actually.
And then what?
And you'd be
Just keep
surprised.
doing it, yeah.
Exactly,
Like,
yes.
just keep going.
Consistency.
Yeah, it's key, and like
Believing.
believing.
Like when you start your power, you have no idea 5, 10, 20 people, but you want to make it. You want to manifest that. You know what I mean? Totally.
But you also like need to like want it, you
Mhm.
know, because then I would throw parties just for the sake of throwing a party, and it just doesn't feel the same when it feels like a chore. Like I wanted it to like feel like a project that I really want to happen.
Yeah, there you go. Like you
Yeah.
said, some people are actually, that's the difference there. Some people actually want to do things, they talk about it, don't do it. Some people want to do something, they do it, and it's happening because they already saw it before it even happened. Sometimes it might be more than what you expected or less, but you're still doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least that part, you're doing it. So which is actually good.
Sorry.
You good. Yes, New York City, man. You guys see the here on B-Box, man. If you want to call the number, if you want to call the station, the number is 718-577-2855. I'm saying it again, 718-577-2855. Man, we still out here, like, you know, having a conversation with Bodega Party, man. Like, you know what I mean? So I would like to know as far as, like, you know, what do you enjoy the most about DJing for you? What is it that you enjoy the most about it?
It's really expressive. I just like usually a lot of times I'm playing how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also like it really comes out, and it's a really meditative state. Like when you lock in and you play just a beautiful setting, you're just like feeling it, and the crowd is feeling good. Like, yeah, that's like the best. Yeah.
You get in your own world.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I think that's one of my favorite things about DJing. And yeah, music is so powerful. Like it's just really powerful, and I feel like a witch controlling everyone.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fun.
You are in control. You are in control of music. The moment you play stop, the dance floor is like, okay, what happened? Yeah, they stopped. You know what I mean? Really, like if you low it down, they're looking at you like, yes, so you are in control.
Yeah, I recently started getting into like crowd work and like talking on the mic, and I'm trying not to be shy. Oh my god, sometimes I used to get nauseous, like physically nauseous. I would have to like wait a long time before I could even say hello. I would have to like take like a deep breath and like, okay, what did I learn in my public speaking class? Like, breathe before you talk. Okay, yeah. So that's something I've been getting into, and it's been really fun because the crowd likes to be involved
Absolutely.
And likes to be spoken to, and it's nice, it's fun, and I just can't be like in my head about it. But that's like another thing I've been like really enjoying. So,
I feel you. And how do you feel about the DJ community in general? Like, you know what I mean? How do you, regardless of the style, it can be house DJs or hip hop DJs or like. You know,
it's great. I think it's really cool because you can always find your footing somewhere. Like there's clubs everywhere.
Yep.
There's DJs everywhere.
Yes.
So if you don't fit in one little clique, you know, there's another little clique. It's
exactly.
It's cool, yeah. No major complaints really.
That's
yeah,
great.
With the community, like I kind of feel like if you have any question, someone has an answer. You know, someone's willing to like help. Yeah.
And where do you see yourself going with your DJing at this point? Like, you know what I mean? So you DJ in a few places in the city right now. Like, you can mention them, let people know where they can find you. They want to hear you eventually. Like, you know, places you be at.
Well, I'll be at Paragon on the 19th.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to double check. But yeah, flyer dropping soon. But yeah, I'll be there soon. But I'm usually in Bushwick a lot.
That's my old neighborhood right there. I was in Bushwick. We were in Bushwick actually I was there for probably like 8 years, and like the past 2-3 years with me. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
yeah.
like,
Shouts out
Bushwick.
Bushwick.
Yeah, Bushwick was home, man. Like we missed it, man. We missed Bushwick. Now we uptown people.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah. I
moving up.
I want to go uptown. I definitely want to play in other states as well, and like other countries.
Okay.
I definitely want to hit up all 5 boroughs.
There you go.
I really need to just
The energy is different in all 5 of them.
But I need to learn. I need to be exposed. And
DJing in New York compare, like, you know, I mean, in Manhattan compared to Brooklyn, it's a different vibe. In the Bronx, they're expecting something else, like, you know what I mean? So,
I gotta lock in. I need, like, time to go out there and maybe someone to show me around, but it's, but, like, short-term goal is, like, all around the, like, city. My long-term goal with DJing is that it is a tool for me to explore other creative areas of my life.
Okay. Such as?
Like,
I ask a lot of questions.
No,
I'm a journalist.
No, that's fine. I mean, so I'm also a photographer.
Nice. Good to know.
I take photos during my DJ sets. I take photos when I go out. I take photos of people. One of my favorite things, I took a photo of y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. They came out really great too. And there was not even a lot of light on that club that night.
No,
so
it wasn't. But shouts out to 800 Feet Film. Keeping us alive in those dark nights. But so it's just.
I'm sorry to stop you there. Why photography? I'm very interested. Because I did a lot of photo myself.
I want to make films.
Shoot myself. You want to make films?
Yeah,
okay,
I wanted to be a filmmaker. I went to school for it.
Excellent.
And then I dropped out. I dropped out though because it was lockdown, and then they switched to online.
Okay, and you wasn't feeling it.
I can't learn. What do you mean I have to pay full tuition? Like,
and I'm learning from my room.
From YouTube. Because you're basically telling me that I don't need you.
Yeah.
So it was just frustrating. Like, while I lost access to, like, high quality cameras and stuff like that, I still work around cameras and stuff, but now I just work around photography equipment mainly. And so that's just fun because, I mean, before there was movies, it was photography.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
I think, you know, I've been training myself, like training my like eye, just training how to meter, training just taking like that perfect shot.
Yes.
And you know, it just like keeps the like juices flowing, like you know, who knows? Maybe director Bodega comes soon.
Of course, absolutely.
That would be really cool, yeah.
Sweet.
But I think just right now, like since DJing is more it's like hobby / job / work, but I don't want it to be work anymore.
Of course.
So long term, like it won't be something that I'm like at the club every week because I like need to eat off this. It's just like kind of want to be there because I want to be there, and I just want to make sure that I'm set up good, you know.
Yes.
So yeah.
Totally, yeah. Great answer. Like, you know, so actually the reason why I asked you that, because I did a lot of pictures, like photo shoot myself in the past. And the one thing I like about pictures is like, actually I came from a time where people actually like was taking pictures and collecting pictures, actual pictures. It was not your picture, it was not on your phone. And I did realize that, like, you know, a picture it's like a frame at a certain time in your life.
It's really important.
Like, really, like, you know, so if you go back 10 years ago from now, you can see that frame. That was me 10 years ago. That was me 12 years ago. That was me 6 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? So it's really important. It can really tell you, like, it's real. It's not just, you know, it's just not image. It's just really, like, it's...
Yeah, I'm very pro physical media. Like, the camera set that I work at is an all analog spot. So we develop our like film there and we sell film. We don't sell anything digital.
Nice. And
kind of just having like, first of all, I have a whole bunch of negatives and a whole bunch of Polaroids, and it's a lot. It is it's dedication going on to like an older format, but yeah, it definitely keeps your memories alive, and it's something just hits different. Like it's really hard to like lose something that you can hold versus like your phone crashed and now everything's gone.
Yeah.
type of thing.
Absolutely.
But so I definitely feel that like collecting things and sharing, like that's why I find it, I mean also I'm like standing there like watching a DJ because like I don't have access to like records or to like turntables, so I always love watching. I'm like just like it's just cool to have like physical pieces of any form of media, like CDs, vinyls, Super 8 film, negatives, Like, I'm really obsessed with it.
So you know, the thing is, like, for me, actually, the records, they're like, it's, this is some, I was buying records since high school, so probably before you were born, if I was to go back, like, you know what I mean? So not to reveal my age, but just to let you know, like, there was a time when I would save my lunch money to buy records. Like, you know, just, it's not like the physical copy of it, it's just like, it's a different experience.
Yeah.
Like you say, like, if it's, when I need a drop, for example, there is different, like, for you, when you have those analog, when the pictures come out, it's different. It's not something that you just scroll. And it's like, it's there on your phone.
And I never know what it's gonna look like until I develop it.
Yeah, really, totally. Like, you know, so yeah, like, I definitely got love for these. Like, the same kind of love we got after your pictures and the music in general, man. That's amazing. It's great to have you in here, man. So I would like to know, what advice would you give to other people over there trying to get into DJing eventually? Like, you know what I mean? Like, somebody would just, like, we're listening to the interview right now, and we would like to get into, what would you tell them?
I think you should just do it. Getting into it is very easy. I think this is the best time to get into doing anything. It's the best time to get into DJing too. There's so many ways to, like, do it.
Absolutely.
There's so many avenues you can go.
And there's also a different world after COVID. There's a pre-COVID world and a world after COVID.
And there's a world for you.
Exactly.
Which I think people feel like they probably won't fit in, or then there's a lot of space to DJ. Like, a lot of places need it. You could do it on your. I mean, I started on my phone. That's why I'm just like, you really just gotta do it any way possible. And even if it means, how you start is you are on Spotify and there's an EQ and you're just fooling around with the equalizer, because that was me in freaking high school. I was just fooling around with, like, just ways to distort sounds and change things up, and and it's fun being on the aux and doing that, because that's basically what DJing is. Part one. And then you can play 2 songs at once and do the same thing. But yeah, you just literally just do it. You will redline, you will clang, you will fumble, you will sound bad, and that is fine.
It's part of the learning process.
You have to fall on your face a bunch and cry about it, and then you just keep going, because one day you're gonna be DJing and out of the blue, it's just gonna sound great. You're gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Did I just do that? It's like, yeah. And then you do it again. Yeah. It's all just fun and games, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, if I was to ask you, like, you know, what you think about, like, the old school cats, for example, those who paved the way for us to be in here. Like, I mean, it's a different process for you, for example. How would you feel about that? Because you did not really get to the records and stuff there. Like, that's a different project.
They're cool. No, they're cool. They have a lot that you can learn from. Just keep in mind, they're old. So there's always just a generational difference in how you approach things. But just approach it with respect and care. And yeah, just take as much advice as you can. Like, ask a lot of questions, because they are willing to also, like, show you, you know, even if they have to brag about it and just make you feel good. It's fine. I feel like, you know, it's calm. Yeah, I love them.
Absolutely. And then I would like to know, so from everything actually you do, from photography to music, like, you know what I mean, so which would be your favorite, and how would you eventually, like, you know, kind of like fusion both of them together, like, you know what I mean, to even like become a better creative?
Oh my god, eventually I'll fuse. Oh my god, it would be so cool to, like, make, I don't even know if I should say this, whatever, I don't care.
You speak freely.
No, yeah, it's fine. To just, like, if there was a way to have my, like, photography, like, camera make it, like, play music, or, like, have my CDJs be, like, you know, a map for, like, Photoshop, like, just some weird, crazy Frankenstein combination of both would just be so cool. It would just be so cool. But then I'll probably have like an iPod at that point. Or some form of it.
Do you see yourself making music for movies, for example?
Yeah. I mean, I would love to score my own film eventually, or choose the music, or, like, get into choosing music for, like, you know, shows and movies. That would be mad cool. Because I have a good ear. And I love movies and shows. I love media. I love all forms of media. I like to watch. I like to consume and absorb. So I feel like it'd be really cool to like take lead and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It'll just be really cool. But on the way. Producer Bodega. On the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You just gotta put it out there to the universe and it's out there for you. Absolutely.
And just like do it and, you know, just doing it. We're all just doing it. Learning, yeah.
Absolutely. It's an honor to have you here, man. We're happy
you.
to have you here. So yeah, one of my last questions to you actually, like if you allow me, is for doing what you've been doing for some time now, like what did you learn about yourself? Like, you know what I mean? Even from DJing or loving photography or media, as you just said there, like you have to learn some about yourself doing all those things.
I love that I learned that, how can I say this? I'm always right.
Okay.
And as long as I basically have to believe in myself with everything that I do.
That's the key.
And confidence was a really big problem for me growing up. And I always knew that I didn't want to go down a traditional route of like, you know, going to like college and getting a job and then like some desk work or like I wanted something that fit who I am and like who I wanted to become. And through just my like forms of expression, I learned that I just learned how to really stay confident and like keep pushing through, because there was a moment like there was definitely times where my mom wasn't too happy with the fact that I was just DJing and I wasn't going to school.
Yeah.
And when I showed her that like, hey, this is like a real thing, this is like a real like this is something serious.
Yeah.
Like there's real income, I have to report this on my taxes now, like this is something that's like for real and can blossom and has bought me a bunch of wonderful opportunities. She backed up and was like,
okay,
oh, I definitely believe in you. And it was so inspiring for me.
Yeah, that's one question I forgot too, the support from your family, because sometimes a lot of them don't really understand that you want to be an artist or you want to be a DJ or a dancer. They don't look at that being a real job.
You know, because I mean it's not. Like, you know, it's especially with like the older generation, it's just not.
They want you to be a lawyer, a doctor, or one of those engineers.
For them, yeah. But I mean, and it's real.
Not a TikToker.
Yeah.
Even if you bring millions.
Hello, yeah, when they realize, like, if you get a little silly, you can make some money.
Absolutely.
They're like, oh, okay. Because, like, you can capitalize off of anything. Capitalize off of yourself.
It's a different era.
It's a different era.
world we live in, yeah.
But I also like respect it, because for her, you know, she probably couldn't explore these creative like parts of her because she had to survive and feed her 2 kids.
Yeah.
Like you know, and it's for me, I'm blessed enough that I can kind of be more lax in those decisions, and there's nothing that's really tying me down from at least exploring my dreams. So I've just learned that I'm always right in my path of myself and with anything regarding me, and I just have to keep like being really mentally resilient, even if like people around don't really are like questioning or like second guessing. Like I learned that I have great ideas, that I can execute anything at a high quality or good quality, at least, until I learn, you know, I can do anything.
Yes.
For real. And that's the one thing that I learned and that I'm carrying with myself as I keep going. It's like, Cyan, you can do anything you want. And
that's a great message out there. That's a great message out there. Like, you know, great way to finish. Man. Like, you
Sorry,
know,
that was like deeper than
no, absolutely. Like, that's amazing. Yeah, totally. Like, you know, Bodega Party, it's been an honor having you in here.
Thank you
like,
so much for having me.
Absolutely. Yeah, keep doing what you do, man. Like, you know, we love the energy. Like, you know, I mean, your music is awesome. Keep doing what you do. Keep, like, you know, pleasing the crowd out there. Like, you know, enjoying life. spreading good vibes with music, man. Like, you know, and before you go, we want to let people know how to keep up with you, how to find you, like, you know what I mean, where can they listen to you play, like, you know, because you do post most of the stuff online as well.
I do. So you can keep up with me on Instagram. That's where I'll mainly be posting every single thing. It's Bodegaparty, Bodegaparty. So it's Bodega Party with 2 Y's. That's my Instagram account. And yeah, you can keep up with me there. My SoundCloud, if you want to listen to my mixes, that I've been uploading a lot of mixes recently. So if you guys want to listen to me at different parties and just like hear what I play, because I have a lot of different genres and I'm in a lot of different bags, and I've been recording myself more to just like as a mean of archival and just share with people who can't make it to my stuff. But you can find me in Bushwick. You can run into me at Jade Bar if worse comes to worse. But yeah, I'm usually at like Elsewhere, Jade, Kind Regards. I'm like all over the place, honestly. So yeah, just check me out.
And that's the way to go.
That's the way to go, for real. You can find me anywhere. You just go to my Instagram. Yeah. Or you can just email me if you have a question, I guess. It's the same Bodegaparty@gmail. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for being here in New York City. Like, you know, I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you for your time. And like, you know, I mean, you guys over there, I appreciate you stopping by. People over here on TuneIn. Miss came over here recording this as well. Like, you know, you guys are on TikTok. I appreciate you guys a lot. You're about to take it to the wheels, man. Brace yourself, man. Enjoy, man. Like, you know, like I said, today's Candy Part 2, man. Let's get into it.